Welcome back. Again in today's class, let's learn how we can make drafting much more simpler by using the modifier tools. Okay, so let us see the drawing what we are going to make today. So this is my drawing. Okay, it's just a door panel, and how exactly the dimensions are given, just try to observe. It's just a 30 inches door width that we have. We are not focusing on the door panel thickness, we are not focusing on the door trim or the hardwares and all this. We are just trying to develop the drawing of what we see with a precise manner, having no drafting issues, no error, and utmost quality. So that will be our main learning process. Okay, so let us try to just make the outline for this. So 30 inches I'm going to place an X line, horizontal and vertical X line you have to place it. So let us come back and try to always have your boundary where you want to make your drawing. So now I'll just place as discussed my horizontal and vertical lines by using my X lines. Now let us give an offset of 30, which we said the door panel. Okay, fine. Next, what we have to do, height, it is just only 71.5. So let us come back and just give 71.5. Okay, so now let us give an offset. So I gave an offset. Now just click on escape or spacebar to come out of the tool. Okay, it's your choice. And next, to repeat the same tool again, maybe offset or X lines as I have applied, again I can click on enter key. I need not give again XL enter or H enter or something. You can directly hit on the enter key, because the previous tool that you have applied will be activated. Then it's your choice what you want to give the value, give the options. Okay, now what I have to do is again understand what is the spacing I have to give. So I have to give 7 inches, then 3 inches. So obviously on the top they didn't give. Okay, so on the top they didn't give any value, but there is some technique that we have to follow. Majorly when some dimensions are repeating, they give only at one place, which we discussed in the previous classes also repeatedly. So I am going to follow the same rule here as well. So 7 from the bottom, again 3 from there, and again on the top also I'll try to give the 3. Okay, understand this technique. We are coming from out to in. Okay, so don't just go with a different process, just follow only one pattern. Okay, from outside we are entering inside of the drawing. That is the way you have to understand the process. Okay, either you want to go from outside to inside or else from inside to outside, but don't sometimes go from drawing outside boundary line to inside, then again from inside to outside. We should not apply both the process at a time. Follow only one pattern. Okay, clockwise or anti-clockwise, that's your choice. Okay, so let us just give the same outline. So outline plays a major important role. So I'm gonna give 7 here. Okay, then again I'll hit on the space bar, then I'll give 3. Okay, so O enter 3 from here, then from here as well. But I have a small query from left side and right side. What is the value that we are gonna apply? So they didn't give any value. Can you notice? They gave only here. So I'm gonna apply throughout this frame here. Okay, the door panel, I would like to give 3 inches from all the 4 corners. So already I have given on the top and bottom, so I'm gonna go give from here and here. Okay, so now what is the next rule that I'm gonna apply? Just come back to your drawing. First of all, you have to create this one. Okay, this small design pattern that you have now, you have to create that. For that, what you have to do is you have to make sure that you maintain 214 quarter inch spacing between each. So first of all, what is the height of this? We need to understand that as well. Okay, so now what you do is, can you notice they have given this dimension? So 6.5 is the dimension, and what is the height? It is 8.5. See, you should observe at every location what they are trying to follow, because they will not give at one place only all the dimensions. You have to observe the drawing, because wherever there is a space, only at that location they will try to give you the value. So now if I talk about this only one pattern, okay, design pattern. So what is the width they are going to follow? It is nothing but 6.5 as given here. And what is the height they are going to follow? 8.5. And between how much gap? 1.5. Then on the side, what is the gap they want to follow? It is 2 1/4. So this is what you have to remember. So first of all, what I'll do, just create this one segment. This one segment, if you create, then it's just a copy, so no need to worry about it. 6.5 and 8.5 is the height. So let us come back to our drawing. So now I'll give an offset of, okay, from here. Let's focus from here. Offset of 8.5 height wise, and then 6.5 from the width wise, horizontal. So this is my object. So now simply what I'm going to do is create my object here. Instead of using rectangle, I'm going to use my boundary command. So what is our main target? If I start using our draw tools, we will always make some drafting errors. So that is not our goal here. So we'll depend mainly on the modifier tools. If you use modifier tools, there will be no chance of making some drafting errors. So you have to understand this point. This is the only point that you have to remember. Depend on the modifier tools. Do not depend on the draw tools. Draw tools will be a 5% of your drawing, and majority of the drawing could be executed by using the modifier tools. Okay, now the pattern inside, what is the format? Let's understand. So here we'll try to observe what they are doing. Here we don't have the exact value. So what I am going to do is roughly I'll try to maintain here 2.5 inches. Okay, they didn't give any value, so I'm assuming some values. If we use a technique called scaling, we can easily understand what is the dimension, but we are right now in an initial stage, so let's not get into the scaling process right now. Okay, so we'll understand that process also, how to do, but in the coming sessions. So let's right now assume the values and give it. So exactly from the center, keep your line exactly at the center, and let us make this one single color and give 1 point. Let us give 1.25 from here and 1.25 from here. Then again create same vertical line as well. Okay, now what we have to do is create a pattern. So how is the way that I am going to create a pattern is just simply give PL enter. From this point, end point, till here, in this manner, just try to create the pattern. Okay, then again mirror it. Okay, MI enter I have given. So this is what I have developed. So let us just try to remove the inside and make this one. Okay, let's keep them side by side so that it becomes easier for you to understand. Okay, just try to observe. They are approximately same. Can you see that? Okay, now just come back, and from here what is the offset? 1.5 here. Okay, from the vertical I have to give 2.25. okay, 2.25 inch. So this is what the dimension we are trying to follow. So here we are following 1.5, and here we are following 2.25. Let's see the dimension and show you so that it becomes easier. 2 1/4, and here it is 1.5. Okay, now first of all you just make this one as a block. Okay, how to make a block we have discussed in the previous class. We need to use our simplest short key, Control Shift and C. Hold your Control key, hold your Shift key, and hold your C. Okay, C key on your keyboard at a time. Then you have to select any of the base point, your choice. Okay, then again select it. Okay, now click on Control Shift to V to make it as a block. Now select this and select this, you see the difference. Okay, now if I want, I can simply take it and put it outside and select this one and move inside from here to here. You see, you got it. Now what I have to do now, simply you just have to create your object. So now one second, I'm not sure if our boundary was created from here to here. Just I'm trying to create once again, and let us come back. Okay, so this let us make this as a zoom. One second. So here also you have to create a boundary. So I'll just come back here and use the boundary. Okay, I have already given my lines, but early initial stage only I should have created. I have placed my X lines actually. So that's fine. Now what I have to do, I just have to keep on copying. So just simply what you do, just make a copy of this in this manner, select everything, okay, select the first point and place it here. Similarly, place it here. So similarly, place it. Keep on placing like this until your lines are matched. As simple as that. Okay, so once it is done, what are you going to do? Just mirror it. MI enter, mid between 2 points, and no, I don't want to delete. Okay, one second. If you want, you can use the copy command also, as you have the X lines. Okay, so now I got it. So remove unwanted lines which are not required, because it can create confusions. So now let me delete this. So what all I have, let me try to put it here. Okay, so this is what I have now. Now simply what let's do is come back to our drawing and let's see what are the things which we are missing. So we are just missing with only this element and this one. Okay, so what we are going to do is keep it exactly on the center, right? So let's put down a common midpoint where you can actually keep it as a center. Understand the process. I'm not giving offsets, but still it is exactly on the right location. So from this corner to this corner, drop an X line and come back to your drawing. Here you have a glass. Okay, so it should be aligned with the top and it should be aligned with the second bottom line. So create a rectangle from this corner to this corner. Now I am gonna remove this. Okay, again use the boundary command BO instead of rectangle. Okay, now I got it. Now simply what we have to do is I'll change the color and I'll use my L enter. Okay, and I'll try to create the glazing lines which you have, because always the glass are represented with these kind of lines. So I'll just try to stretch it little bit. Okay, now again group it, Control Shift C and again Control Shift V. If you want, you can remove or move it, your choice. So here I have, so randomly you place it. So here and here one, and similarly again here if you want. So wherever they are trying to show, just show it in this manner. Okay, it's done. Now just check this one. I found some error here. Remove everything and try to match with your drawing. One second. Okay, so this is what I have and let's match with my drawing that I have. Observe it very clearly. So both seems to be precisely same, and this is how you're going to make your drawing in the most simplest manner. See guys, I'm explaining you and trying to make my drawing, so it took around some time, but it will take only max of 2 to 3 minutes to make this drawing. Okay, so just observe the values and understand that you have to depend only on the copy, move and stretch tool, scale tool, rotate tool, align tool, mirror tool. These tools are very important. Okay, in the coming classes we'll understand even more better way to actually use these tools in a much more simpler way. You need not always observe your command bar and do it. I'll explain you the most simplest way to increase your drafting process. Okay, this will actually reduce your timeline by 70%. Whatever the time you're investing right now in your drawing, you can reduce them by 70% for sure. Okay, so this is how try to make your drawings. Okay, take your time, do practice, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Thank you so much.